Mountain News this morning, COVID-19 testing is more available now than ever before, but some people are still having trouble. And as more schools release their plans for the upcoming semester, one county became the first in our region to announce an all-virtual start.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. Today is a Thursday, July 30th. It's almost the end of that month, and we're seeing some temperatures that we haven't seen probably in a while. I know it's been super hot. Let's bring in Brandon Robinson. I know you past couple of days you've been talking about a cool down and a cool front moving through. Is that going to happen today, or do we have to wait until tomorrow and into the weekend?
I think we're going to see some of that cooler air filter in today because the rain chances are going to ramp up, Lacey. But this morning, it's the fog once again. It is the main story. No rain just yet. We're seeing some dense fog in Harlan and in Jonesville up toward Logan there as well, down toward Middlesboro. So just be careful. Not as bad as yesterday, at least not yet. Could be getting a little bit worse as we get later into the morning. Temperatures pretty much where they were this time yesterday. Still pretty muggy when you walk out the door this morning, in the 70s in most locations except for Wise there at 68. Again, low 70s for the most part. Out the door forecast, we are going to see those rain chances slowly increase as we get deeper in the morning. So you may see even a little bit of sunshine to start the day, but that will not last as that front that is basically stalled out over top of us starts to bring us some of that moisture. Temperatures, if you're lucky, will get to 80 today. Most of us stay in the upper 70s. I'll have the rest of the forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon. And deputies with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office say one person is dead after an apparent road rage shooting near North Corbin yesterday. It all happened Wednesday afternoon at the intersection of US 25 North and US 25 East. Deputies say the 40-year-old Jack Davis got out of his SUV and started arguing with the driver of a pickup truck. Davis was shot several times and pronounced dead at the hospital. It's not clear if the other driver will be charged. Deputies added that 2 guns were recovered from that scene. And Governor Beshear continues to ask Kentuckians to wear masks in public. The governor reported 619 new cases last night. That brings Kentucky's total to 28,727. 17 of the positive cases are children under 5 years old. The governor also announced that 5 more people have died, meaning 724 people have died so far in Kentucky. We also learned from local health officials of another death in Clay County. And Kentucky's positivity rate is now back up to 5.81%. And more than 60,000 people are still waiting for unemployment help in the state of Kentucky. And as a pressure, Governor Andy Beshear says is tough to handle, and that some of the trouble is coming from having an old system. Now, this system has already had one data breach last year, and we learned of a second one earlier this year. However, the governor says as far as they know, no financial data was stolen, and this breach is not as in-depth. Meanwhile, Kentucky's unemployment website says help in Frankfort is booked through September. Governor Beshear says that's another issue that they are hoping to work out. And COVID-19 testing is now more available than ever before, but getting tested and getting results is still a difficult task for some. Some testing sites are offering quick testing with no appointments, but others say that they feared they were sick and were told they could not be seen or had to wait anywhere from 3 to 7 days. Some say that when they were tested, the process of getting results was a slow one.
It's taking anywhere from 3 to 7 days, sometimes as long as 9 days. To get the results.
I really hope and pray that people that need to be seen get seen, because how many people aren't getting seen because they don't want to wait around?
From the frustration this brings to those patients, these delays also hinder contact tracing efforts, increasing the risk of the virus spreading further. Health leaders have addressed that issue, saying some of the labs are overwhelmed and it's an issue for health departments, but that they are working to hopefully ensure results can be returned within that 72 hours. And the University of Kentucky says that they are trying to keep everyone safe as they return to campus this fall. Nearly 30,000 students will be tested for COVID-19. The university has put in place a Health Corps team for individuals who do test positive. The team will consist of 15 health professionals, some of whom will function as contact tracers. University officials say the team is being formed to keep from overwhelming external health systems. The university is also planning to provide PPE for all students, faculty, and staff. And while some districts are choosing to allow both in-person and virtual learning, Letcher County Schools announced that they will be going back to school virtually on August 26th. Increasing COVID-19 cases in the county forced Letcher County School Superintendent Denise Yantz to make a decision. While starting the school year completely virtual, they do hope to introduce a hybrid plan later on, allowing a scheduled rotation where students come to class Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. While most of the focus is on students, teachers are also dealing with these changes.
You got to have confidence that this is going to be, we're going to make it the best it can be for the students, and because it's all about them and their learning and still engaging them in a way, even if it's remote. But the routine is the most important thing. Part of good classroom management when you're in person is, procedure and routine. So if we can establish that in a remote manner, then I think the learning itself is going to happen.
Virtual classes will begin on August 26th. Yantz says the district is working on a safe way for students to meet their teachers before the school year starts, of course, with social distancing in place. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, local health experts weigh in on why telehealth could stick around as common practice even after the pandemic is over.
And we're tracking that front that's stalled out over top of the area, and we're going to continue to track the rain chances that pick up later today. The latest in about 3 minutes.